Hi everyone, Angela here. I have been keeping you all in my thoughts and prayers this past week. I know it's been a really rough week out there, but my sincere hope is that you've managed to find some small measure of love and light outside of you, some moments of it, and certainly some light and love within that you can send out to the world because we certainly need that right now. We need more people like you out there. So, yeah, I hope that you've been able to spread a little bit of that. This week's message is actually pretty appropriate, I think, just for the world in general. It's a message that I really relate to, and it's how I live my life. So, this week's message is rise with grace, fall with grace, soar with grace. So if you know anything about me and you guys you get to know me through these things, you will know that I try and live my life and I try and act with as much grace as I can. I think that's very important. So I was talking about this to somebody the other day, and um, she actually didn't know what grace was. So first I'm going to tell you what grace is, and then I'll go from there. So according to Merriam-Webster, there's a couple different definitions of grace. The one I'm talking about is a disposition to or an act of kindness or courtesy or clemency. It is acting with or a way of moving that is smooth, a pleasant way of being. And then, of course, there is the Western Christian belief of grace, where it's God bestowing benevolence on you and God, giving you special favor and granting you benefits. So, whichever way you tend to go on it, generally just know that it is acting with kindness towards others and a pleasant way of being. Um, and it kind of goes hand in hand with the message a few weeks ago where I was talking about how it's not all about me. And I think this goes hand in hand in it because I think it's important to remember when you're out there in the world that it's not all about us. And in that, we have to be kind and benevolent and pleasant and respectful of one another. So the first part of the message I'm going to talk about is rising with grace, because we're taught that from birth, really, that when you're a winner, you're still supposed to be um, kind to the people who are not winners. And, sportsmanship, you're taught this as a kid in sportsmanship in gym and on the softball teams and everything. And, um, even when you're on your rise as you get older, when you're on your rise to your top, whether it be in your job or in your family or, and this happens a lot. I've seen with a lot of my female clients who come in where they are not yet married and don't have children, and then their friends who are married and have children kind of condescend to them because they're not. So you see this a lot in various situations in life, but that's times when you feel like you're on top of the world, you need to act with grace and treat others, you know, with that same sense of respect and equality. Um, and then, of course, the second part of this is falling with grace. It is really hard to fall with grace, but I think that's equally as important. And you're taught that also in school, not to be a sore loser. And it's the same thing with, when you hear, sour grapes and things like that. It's important to know that even when you're not in the best place, so maybe you just lost your job, or you know what, maybe you can't find another apartment and you have to leave the one you're at, or maybe something happens to you. It's still equally important to act with grace and respect and kindness and goodness, because it's times like those that define you, really, who you are. It's when you're falling that you really see what you're made of, and I feel like your true character really comes through. that's the time when I think it's the most character building and actually the most rewarding, all the strife. And believe me, guys, I am able to talk about these things and do these messages because I have had a lot of strife and I have fallen many times. And I'm so grateful and thankful. And I try and handle those times with grace because each time you fall, it's another opportunity for you to rise again. It's been a process of growth. And I try and look at it from a positive, graceful way. And I know that when I act with grace, and I'm always talking about the universe, when I act with grace and I put that goodness out there and that respect and that light and that love, I know that that's what I'm getting back. I'm getting it back tenfold. And whether you have Christian beliefs and you believe that God graces you, or you believe it's just the universe, you have to know that it's the way energy works. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So for as much grace as you put out in the world, that's how much grace you get back into your life. Just believe it. Keep putting it out there. It will come back around to you. All that positivity that we're working towards and that you're putting out there, please don't feel like you're not getting it back, because as graceful as you are, it will come back threefold. Guarantee it. May not be today, may not be tomorrow, but I guarantee you, you will get back up. So as important as it is to have a graceful fall and dust yourself off and get back up, it's also important to have grace when you're soaring, because that's what happens. You rise, you fall, you rise, you fall, and then before you know it, you're soaring among the clouds again. It's so important when you reach the pinnacle, when you're at the height of your life, when things are going amazing, that you still have that attitude of gratitude, that you still remember to be humble and graceful. Because you have to remember what got you there. It was all the falls that got you to be able to soar in the clouds. So just keep that in mind. Try and act with grace. I know it's a difficult world we live in at times. And at times it feels like a very hostile place. But I tell you what, there are so many people out there like you and I who are trying to live good lives and spread that light and love. And if you can give even a moment of that to someone, then it makes it all worth it, does it not? To know that one graceful word you said, one graceful action can change someone's day, can put a smile on someone's face, a kind word to a stranger can change someone's life. Your words and your actions are incredibly powerful. You're magic. Because with a word you can create, and with a word you can destroy. And I don't want to put pressure or stress on you guys, but try and remember that when you're out there. Your words are magic. You can create, you can destroy. What do you want to use your power for? So that's why I say grace. Act with grace. Rise with grace, fall with grace, soar with grace. Live your life with grace. And it will come back to you threefold. We need more people like you guys out there spreading that light and love. So I hope, sincerely hope and pray that you guys all have a very blessing-filled and abundant week filled with all the light and love of the universe. And certainly, as I always say, be open to it, because you know I'm sending it to you as well. And just, yeah, be open to the blessings, because they are around you if you're open to it. If you'd like to know more about me and what I do and what sessions are like, you can always check me out on Facebook and like this video, which I greatly appreciate. I'm almost up to 200 likes, which I'm very excited about. When I get to 250, I am doing a giveaway, so I'm equally excited about that. So just something for you guys to look out for. When I get to 250 likes, I'm doing a big giveaway. Yeah, so keep an eye out for that. Also, I want you to remember that I do videos on YouTube, so I have meditations and all sorts of how-tos on YouTube, so you can always check that out, Angela Roberts LMT. And you can always check me out on the website, holisticwellnessnj.com. Give me a call, shoot me an email through Facebook. Until next time, I'm sending you guys so much love and light. Be open. Be open.